And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Saturday Night Winestream and another exciting episode of Drink with Rick. I'm Rick, and tonight, well, we're going to end the season 5 of the Winestream with an organic wine. This is a rare earth. It's called Rare Earth Organic Wine. This is Cabernet Sauvignon from California. We're going to see just how organic it really is and if it's any good or not. We're going to give it a try. I like organic wines, and hopefully this is one that I will enjoy. Also, well, we've got some interesting things to cover tonight. I'm going to give you a little bit of a recap of this past season, and we're going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to do on my little vacation from Season 5 and get ready for Season 6 and some of the other projects that I have in mind that I want to cover. Also, we're going to toast some national days. There are a few national days to toast, and maybe we'll do some TV trivia and maybe a few dad jokes if we're all up to that. I really would like to give away a couple of things tonight, so jump on the chats and join me live, and maybe you'll win something. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. If you're just joining me for the first time, or the 235th time, because this is the 235th episode of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Winestream. This is a stream of consciousness kind of show. I do have my show notes. They're right here. They're ready to go, but we don't follow them verbatim. Sometimes we go way off the beaten path because the show's not about me. I'm just here to entertain you. The show's somewhat about the wine. That's to entertain us all. The show is really about you and me getting together on a Saturday night, just kicking back with our favorite libations and snacks and just relaxing and enjoying the weekend a little bit. Just forgetting about the worries of the week, the worries of the day, and just having a good time. Now, you can join me live in the chats, and I'll tell you where you can join me live in just a moment. Just as a reminder, we don't talk about politics or religion on the show. We talk about things that bring people together, as wine does. And that's what the show is really all about. Just getting together and just meeting new friends, making old friends, or meeting old friends, and just sitting back and just just relaxing. That's all, just relaxing. Now, I'm checking all the chats. It looks like we're good in all the chats for now. Let me see if I've got, there we go. Let me say greetings to everyone in the chats, and there we go. All right, now if you want to join in on the chats live, we are live. We are live wherever we can be live. Well, we're not live there, are we? Let me fix that. All right. Here's, let me refresh that a little bit. This is always some little glitch on the show, isn't there? Yeah, that's how we roll here on the Saturday Night Winestream. Okay, if you want to join me live, you can do so. We are live on our Facebook page. The Facebook page is Drink with Rick. YouTube channel is youtube.com/@drinkwithrick. Twitch is twitch.tv/drinkwithrick and the number 1, all one word. We're on Odyssey at drinkwithrick, and the number 7. Kick is Drink with Rick. You can join me on X, formerly Twitter. I don't have a stream going there right now, but you can follow me there. It's at Drink with Rick. All right. Also, if you can't watch now or watch later, you can always join the podcast. You can always listen to the podcast at any time, on demand. All you need to do is go to the subscribe page at drinkwithrick.com And you can join me on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, podcastindex.org, blueberry.com, TuneIn, Deezer, and of course the RSS feed, because that's what makes it a podcast. Yes. And by email. Now, if you click on this little blue button that says by email, click on that little blue button. You'll get this page here that says subscribe by email. Enter your email address in the box there, click subscribe, and you will get the latest episode of Drink with Rick as soon as it drops, and no salesman will call. It's just for the podcast. Also, you can, let me pull that up again. Here we go. Also, you can, if you want to support the show, which you can buy me a coffee or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever to help support the show. It goes towards paying for the prizes and things like that we give away. It really just kind of helps support it. But look, your support can come in a lot of ways. It doesn't have to be monetary at all. You can like and subscribe and follow and all those good things, ring that bell and whatever on all of these venues. If you want to, please. It's much, much appreciated. You don't have to, of course. It's up to you. But if you do, it's much, much appreciated. And believe me, it goes a long way towards helping to support the show. And it really doesn't cost anything. I mean, it's free to do that, right? It doesn't cost you anything to do it. It's just, just a little click of the mouse, and that's about it. So please feel free to do so. Of course, if you can't, that's okay too. I mean, there are folks that watch on their TV, on their smart TVs, things like that, and they can't really click on anything. It's just, just watching passively. That's okay too. Whatever. It's fine. It's all good. Let's check the chats real quick and see what's going on here in the chats. Looks like we've got folks watching. And Petzel G is in the chat on Twitch. And sorry for bothering me. Yes, and he wants to spam me. Yeah, I know. Let's call out the spammer for what he is. Okay. Let's see. I'll take care of that one later. Yeah, whatever. So, can't pin that message. All right, let me check the other venues. He's not sorry for bothering me. He's spamming me. Okay. Anyway, this is what we've got tonight. Let me show you what we have going on tonight. Rare Earth is the name of this wine. It's called Rare Earth. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon from California, and this is purportedly an organic wine. That's what this is. So let's take a look at the back of this wine, and I'm going to read this to you. And it says, Rare Earth, California, Cabernet Sauvignon. We are dedicated to organic farming that sustains wildlife in its habitats and promotes a healthier environment. Our organically grown Cabernet Sauvignon displays deep black currant and cedar aromas, is medium-bodied with vanilla and intense, rich blackberry flavors. Rare Earth is made with certified organically grown grapes, vented and bottled by Rare Earth Organic Winery, Napa, California, and it's certified organic by CCOF. It says here, visit reowine.com. Any similarity to REO Speedwagon? I don't know. I like REO Speedwagon. Haven't heard any in a long time. They don't play it much anymore from where I hear. I don't know. Maybe they're playing it on the stations I don't listen to anymore. Please enjoy responsibly. Please recycle. And there is 12% ABV in this 750 milliliter bottle of wine. So that's what this wine's all about here tonight. So we're going to open this in just a moment. I did not pull up any information on this wine, to be honest. I really didn't. And let me pull up some right now, as a matter of fact. Let's stop the show for just a minute. Rare Earth Organic Wine. Let's see. It comes up with rare earth metals. That's not what I'm looking for. Cabernet Sauvignon. Well, what do you know? This is a 2021 vintage is what this is. Let's see if I can pull up any information on it, because I couldn't find. I know where I purchased this, but I couldn't find the receipt for it, and which is really weird. I believe I purchased this at Total Wine, but I couldn't find it when I went to Total Wine. Or did I purchase this from Trader Joe's? I might have. Trader Joe's has a lot of interesting stuff. There's a winery here, Rare Earth Winery. Let me see if I can pull up some information on that. Rare Earth, is that what this is? Same, yeah, that's what it is. And I'm 18 or older, so yeah, there we go. Let me see if we got some information on this wine from Rare Earth. Well, here's from their website. It says their mission is to produce signature wines made with organically grown grapes while limiting the impact on the land. We produce organic grapes from our California family-owned vineyards by using cutting-edge farming techniques, earth-friendly winemaking practices, and bottling in a zero-waste facility. Rare Earth meets the needs of our planet today while delivering stylized, crafted wines. This sounds great. This is great. So we've got the Cabernet. They got some information on the Cabernet Sauvignon. Let's see if I can pull that up. It says more info. There we go. All right. So what the information they have here? 70. So this is a blend. So it's not 100% Cab, according to their website. This is not 100% Cabernet. And looking on the front of the wine, it doesn't say, or on the back, it doesn't say anywhere where that it isn't, or that it isn't 100% Cabernet. But apparently, it isn't. The blend, it's a blend of 3 grapes. It's a blend of 76 Cabernet Sauvignon, 14% proprietary red. I'm not sure what's in that, and 10% French Colombard. So that's what we've got going on here. 76% Cab, 14% proprietary red, and 10% French Colombard. So, and it says here there's 11.5% ABV. I guess that might depend on the year. It doesn't really specify what year they're talking about here. But on Vivino has some interesting information. This Rare Earth Cabernet Sauvignon, they give it a median price of $10.99, and they give it 3.6 stars out of 3,353 ratings, 3,353 ratings, and this is the Cabernet and 2021 vintage, I guess. It doesn't. 3.7 stars for the 2021 vintage out of 78 ratings. Okay, so I was just looking at the general page there. So that's all right. So it looks like some people like it, and I guess they like it okay. I haven't read any of the reviews too much. It just kind of skimmed through it. Looks like it's likable. Is it drinkable? Well, I'll assume that it is. Excuse me. So once again, this is the Rare Earth wine. So we're going to open it up right now. Well, let me check the chats just for a moment, since we're here. All right, we're good in the chats everywhere. Okay, we've got folks watching. Jump in and say hi and tell me how you're doing. Tell me how your week went. Tell me what you're drinking or what you're not drinking or what you like to be drinking or what you like to see me drinking. And if I could afford a bottle of it, I'll see if I can buy one, find it, buy it, and drink it too. So, yeah, looks like we're good on the chats. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this bottle of wine. If I can find my... Oh, here it is right in front of me. Okay, well, let me get my foil cutter, my handy foil cutter, and let's cut this foil. There we go. I haven't done this in a little while because mostly the wines that I've been reviewing on the show have been, well, some of them have beers and coffees and other things, but the wines have been like twist caps and things like that. So this is the first time I've used my mechanical corkscrew to uncork, or as I like to say, decork the wine in a little while. So let's do it now. Wow. That's taking the cork out. Wow. Well, it did come out and it did pop. There we go. So there we go. The bottle of wine is open. Once again, this is what it is. This is a rare earth Cabernet Sauvignon. So I'm going to pour this in just a moment, but let's get the aerator in there. Make sure there's no displacement here. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any, so we're good. So we've got the aerator in there, and then to hold the grape nectar, I have my genuine Galway Irish crystal glass given to me by my employers at buy2wayradios.com. And to hold the glass, I have my official Drink with Rick coaster. Drink with Rick. It's not just a wine coaster. It can be for anything, beer, and we put a lot of things on it. All right, let's go ahead and pour a little bit of wine in there for the ASMR crowd listening to the podcast later. All right, we've got the wine in the glass. So we're going to give it a good swirl. And you know what? To give it a good swirl, let's go with the traditional, what is now the traditional, more cowbell. There we go. More cowbell. More cowbell. All right. There we are. It's swirled. And I can smell the aromas of this wine coming up. Now, I have never tasted this wine before, not that I know of. So we're going to give it a try in just a moment. Let me check the chats one more time. And let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, and my good friend Ed is in the chat. Ed says, Ed here. And Ed says, transmission skips for me. I wonder why that is. The transmission is skipping. It might be because I'm listening to it. I'm also listening to the feedback on it. It's been skipping on me a little bit too. I've been listening to it on going through Caster, which is a restreaming service that multi-streams, allows me to multi-stream out. And yeah, it's been, is it okay for you now? Because right now I can hear it okay, but it was skipping for me a little while ago. But it's Ed, it's great to see you here, by the way. And my good friend Ed, he gets some applause. Yeah. Ed, thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate it. As you know, this is the last episode of Season 5. So we'll be going on a little bit of a season break, hiatus before Season 6. And let's see, let's check everywhere in the chats. Okay, we're good. All right, we're going to taste this wine. Let's give it a taste. And we'll get to some fun. The real fun. Well, I guess the fun is kind of subjective. If you like the wine, this is fun. If you don't, some of the other things we're going to do are fun. But look, you don't have to drink wine on the show. You don't have to. You can drink whatever you want. You can drink a beer. You can drink a club soda. You can drink scotch and soda. You can drink rum and coke. You can drink water. It's okay. Orange juice. It's fine. Pineapple juice. Coconut juice. My wife likes coconut juice. Anything you want to drink, as long as you're legal to drink it, it's safe to drink, just go right ahead, and we'll toast and drink together. All right, so let's give this a little bit of a whiff. And yeah, we're getting some cherry, a lot of red fruit in here. Cherry and raspberry, and yeah, let's give it a taste. Well, okay. There is some cherry. There is some raspberry, and a little hit of blackberry in there too. And there is some. It's a little oaky. This is a fairly bold wine. I was actually surprised. I wasn't expecting it to be quite so bold. It's full-bodied. It's definitely fairly full. Well, not super full-bodied. It's kind of medium to full-bodied. Very deep ruby complexion, but it is fairly bold. and there are a lot of tannins in this wine. It's not super tannic, but there are some tannins in this wine. But the cherry and tastes a little bit like wild cherry, raspberry, and some blackberry and oak. That's mostly what I'm getting here. Now I'm expecting this to open up a little bit, and maybe we'll get some more flavors out of this, or maybe the flavors will change a little bit as it opens up. We're going to let it open up a bit, but normally I let it open up some before I taste it and we learn about the wine, but I already kind of went through that at the very beginning. But we can go through that again a little bit. As I mentioned before, this is a 2021 vintage, and according to the Rare Earth website, 76% cab, 14% proprietary red, and I really don't know what that means as proprietary red. It could be a red blend of other wines. I don't know. 10% French Colombard. So there you go. And it's really, I trying to remember what I paid for this wine, and I think it was about $10. Now, there's a medium price once again of a vino of about $10.99. I was looking for the receipt. I had the receipt just the other day. I had it, and I thought I had it set up here, but I moved a lot of things around. I had a lot going on here during the week, and I misplaced the receipt. So to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what I paid for it, but I think that sounds about right. It sounds about the $10 mark. So $9.99 maybe is what I probably paid for it. And I would say this is it tastes kind of like a $10 wine for the time being. It's getting a little oakier, and it's a little more. The tannins are starting to really come out. Let's go ahead and check on the pairing here. Let me show you what we have to pair it with tonight. Tonight, this is what we have to pair it with. A very, very simple pairing. We have some burger there, a little burger. Nothing fancy, no fancy steaks or anything like that tonight. We're keeping it simple with the burger, but that burger is from Omaha Steaks, as a matter of fact, and that was gifted to me by my employers by TweeRadios.com. They gifted us a package of Omaha Steaks, so that's what we have there, are the burgers from it. And then I have some unexpected cheddar with parm over here, and then I think that's the Coastal Syrah on the other side. So let's go ahead and try that out. And Ed, how is your week going? Or how's your weekend going, I should say? Ed says I may have been in a dead zone. Oh, I hope not. I've seen that show. I've seen that movie too. Okay, a little levity. Anyway, so I know what you mean. There's. I guess you're listening or watching on your cell phone. I guess if you're in a dead zone, nothing wrong with that. Just I could be in a dead zone. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a dead zone. Anyway, so where was I? Oh yeah. Twitch is good. We're good there. And we've got folks watching. Yeah, just jump on in and say hi. Tell me how you're doing. Jump in the chat. Don't be afraid. There could be... I want to give away some stuff tonight. Ed, you have something, a giveaway from last week, and I'm going to be going off to the post office tomorrow. It was kind of tough during the holiday. Not tomorrow, what am I saying? Tuesday. And I hope to get this out to you this week on Tuesday. I might add something else to the mix here. As we go along tonight, I want to give away a couple of things. I have something new to give away tonight, so I want to give a couple of these out, and I'm really excited to tell you all about it. And I'll do that after we get to the pairing. So this is what we have to pair it with. This is the. Oh yeah, no, there's something on the top there, and I'll tell you all about that. That's related to a couple of national days. We're going to cover that in just a little bit. Anyway, here is the burger from Omaha Steak. It's cold, but still very good. It was nice and juicy when it was warm. And then my lovely wife, she reheated it just before the show for me, and it got cold again. There you go. It's still good. A little chewier, but still good. Let's see if it goes good with this wine. Hey, not bad. It brings out the flavor of the burger quite a bit. It does bring out that flavor. Mixes pretty well with the wine. I kind of like that. The tannins help it a lot. It does. The tannins have a lot to do with that, I think. Very good. Very good. I like that. Let's clear the palate for a minute. We'll try it with cheeses. Clear the palate. Let's check it with the cheeses. We're going to try it with the unexpected. Let's go back to camera 3. Cheddar with Parm. This is the unexpected cheddar with Parm, I believe. Doesn't really taste like. You sure this is the Parm? Tastes like cheddar, but it doesn't have the Parm in it that I would have expected. Now that's unexpected. Yeah, that doesn't taste like the unexpected cheddar with Parm. It tastes like a cheddar, a white cheddar. But I'm not really getting the Parm in here. Let me try another piece of this. This is kind of looks like it. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. A little crunchy now. Mostly getting white cheddar, but it's actually pretty good. And it really brings out the flavor of the cheese with this wine. This wine does really complement this cheese pretty well. I'm going to refresh my palate. Clear the palate with some water. Let's go back to camera 3. And let's try it with this is the Coastal Syrah right here. This is the Coastal Syrah, and it has some Syrah on it, I guess. There you go. And we'll try it with that one. Nice cheese, by the way. This is a little bit of a slightly sharper cheese. Oh, nice. And the Syrah taste that from the cheese, it blends in with the wine pretty well. Also complements it nicely. I can recommend this with the Coastal Syrah, definitely. I like this. This is a nice pairing. There is one more thing to show you that's on camera 3, but I know you can see it from overhead, but we'll go over that when we get to the National Days and cover that. But before then, let's go back to the chats for a minute and find out what's going on in the chats. Ed says we'll be driving. I'm not skipping now. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. And you said we'll be driving now. Well, Ed, drive careful. Just drive careful, and get home safely, my friend. All right, let's see what else is going on in the chats. Okay, we're good. All right, let's time. Oh, I haven't had enough wine yet. I need to drink more just to have an excuse for the flubs. Look, I'm my own producer. I don't have any producer to do this for me. I'm doing all my switching and everything, and the mistakes I make, see, that's the thing about being live. When you're live, whatever mistakes you make, that's it. That's how it works. And that's part of the excitement of being live. I mean, on the one hand, yes, it can be a little bit stressful. Knowing that you're on live and you're right there in front of an audience, and whatever you say and do, I mean, that's what's going on over the internet. That's what's there. So there's a big responsibility for that, sure, but there's also a lot of excitement to it. It's kind of edgy, It really is. It's kind of edgy. So that's what we do. And that's what we do in this show. We like to be a little bit edgy, but in a family-friendly way, of course. Edgy can be good, yes. All right, so if everybody's ready, let's go ahead and toast the national days because there are some national days to toast. And with that, let's do the toasting thing here. Where is that? The toasts. They're right here. And let's toast the national days. Okay? So, yeah.
Oh, great.
That's not the attitude we want to have about toasting the national days. This is the attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Here. That's better. Okay. So, toasting the national days. Here's the list of national days for January 6, 2024. It's January 6, 2024 for another hour and, I guess another an hour and a half, roughly. So let's go ahead and toast them. Oh, I need more wine for that, don't I? Okay. All right. We've got more wine, everything ready. Everybody ready to toast? Let's all toast together, pick up our wine glasses, and toast along with me. Today is National Play Outside Day. First Saturday of every month is National Play Outside Day. That was not a big surprise, was it? Not a big surprise, but hey, today's National Play Outside Day. Did you play outside? It was too cold to play outside. It was too wet here to play outside. I took the dog out for her to do her business this morning, and it was just, oh, wow, we had just had a river practically and going across our backyard, and wasn't much better in the front yard. It was just really, really rainy, really, really nasty outside this morning. But I did not get to play outside today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, here's the National Play Outside Day. I will drink to that. It's also National Technology Day. That's right. It is National Technology Day. I don't have anything for that. I really don't.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
this. It's National Technology Day. National Technology Day, that's something to celebrate. Technology, isn't it great? Well, yes and no. It's a blessing and a curse, right? Some people would say a blessing and a curse because technology, we've been able to do some amazing things with technology. Then again, it can be used for nefarious purposes as well. I have not had enough to drink. Not yet. We're getting there. It can be used for both good, positive, and negative things. Let's try to keep it to the positive. I like to use technology for creating things, for doing great things, like this stream, this wine stream. Without technology, I would not be able to do this wine stream. Without technology, you would not be able to see or hear this wine stream now or later. So here is to National Technology Day. I'll drink to that. National Technology Day. It's also National Cuddle Up Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. National Cuddle Up Day. This is a good day to cuddle up. You know what? I should have brought, I was going to invite our dog in here to cuddle up with our dog. I thought about it. Could cuddle up because she likes to cuddle. She loves to cuddle. She loves to jump in my lap. She'll just jump in my lap on command, and I maybe later on I'll ask her in here, and then maybe we can cuddle up then. She loves. We have a Cavapoo. Her name is Amber, and she just loves to cuddle with people. She loves people, and she just loves to cuddle. And you know what? That's she's a sweet dog. She is. She's a handful sometimes, but she's a sweet dog. Anyway, here's to National Cuddle Up Day. I will drink to that. All right. Today is also National Shortbread Day. Yes, today is National Shortbread Day. Yeah, we'll get some applause for that. And in honor of National Shortbread Day, my wife has prepared a little bit of shortbread. Let me show you what my lovely wife, she has done. She has a couple of national days here that she's put together her food presentation for today, and these are the two that you are seeing looking down from camera 3. This is a straight-on shot. This is a National Shortbread Day. There's some shortbread in kind of in that little. Oh, by the way, all this stuff is edible. All of this is edible, and in this item right here, we have a little bit of shortbread, apparently, or so that's what she says it is. And shortbread can go great with wine. Some wines. It's a shortbread cookie. This is a shortbread cookie. Oh, very good, by the way. Like, I need more cookies. I've had too many of these over the holidays. And that's one of the reasons I'm taking a little break from Winestream, because I've got to get myself back into shape. It's been too long. Shortbread cookie goes great with this wine. It's the sugar in it. It's always the sugar in it, It's just the sugar in it. All right, well, let's toast National Shortbread Day. This is to National Shortbread Day. I will drink to that. I shouldn't be eating shortbread, but I just did, so let's drink to that. National Shortbread Day. One more national day here to toast for January 6, 2024. It is National Bean Day. Yes, it is National Bean Day. Who knew? National Bean Day. And this is the thing about National Bean Day. My lovely wife, going back to this presentation, you see that right there, the little bear. I still have shortbread on the brain here. That little bear there is made out of, I think, an orange. So you got a little bear there with a little umbrella, and what he's holding there are some beans. There are some beans. I really don't know what the correlation to the beans and the bear is right there, but you see the beans there, a couple of different kinds of beans. Just something cute she put together for this National Day. So there you go. That's for the National Day. It's simple, but she does a great job with this, doesn't she? She really does. Anyway, here's to National Bean Day. I love beans. You like beans? Do you like beans? Who doesn't like beans? And beans are an important part of our food, diet. They're an important part of our diet. They're an important part of our food supply. They really are. Beans are in a lot of things that you would not necessarily expect beans to be in. I mean, of course, some of the obvious ones. I love refried beans. Don't you like refried? I like refried beans. I like a bean casserole and a bean. I mean, there are so many different things you can make, different dishes you can make out of beans. And I love beans. And I might be using beans as part of my diet to slim down with. As a matter of fact, I did that once before, back in the 90s. I was kind of on a bean diet for a while, and I just ate beans. And I slimmed down. I lost a lot of weight. And it worked out a lot, too. I'm going to probably give some of that a try. Beans are good for you. And by the way, beans are good for your heart. They are. And no, I'm not going to start singing the song. No, I'm not.
No.
I'm not going to sing the song. But the rhyme. But they are good for you. Beans are a good part, good for your diet. So, here is to National Bean Day. I will drink to that. National Bean Day. And you know what? I'll drink to it again just because I can. National Bean Day. There you go. Okay. We have a couple of national days for tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow in about an hour and in 15 minutes, I guess. An hour and 17 minutes. So let's go ahead and toast national days for Sunday, January 7th. There are a couple there. Do you know that tomorrow, January 7th, is National Tempura Day? Tempura Day, yeah. Tempura? Is it pronounced tempura? Tempura? I don't know. I don't really eat it. I don't have to. Let me see. Let me look it up to see if there's anything. Didn't know there was one. I didn't know there was a tempura day, but I guess there is. Now, if you don't know what tempura is, it's a Japanese dish, and it usually has. This is why I don't eat it much. It's because it has seafood in it, and it's a mix of seafood and vegetables. And deep fried. It's kind of they kind of put in this batter and deep fry it. And I don't eat it much because I'm not really big into seafood. I'm big. I'm just not big into seafood. I'll have seafood every once in a while. Yes, I know the jokes. I seafood and I eat it and all that kind of stuff. But that's not. That's not something I'm really into. I'm not into tempura or tempura. I guess that's how it's pronounced. But I'll tell you what, I will drink to that because some folks are. So let's drink to National Tempura Day. I'll drink to that. Because I just like to toast. I like to have an excuse to toast, right? A reason to toast, not an excuse, a reason to toast. January 7th is also, get ready for it. Yes. Drum roll, please. January 7th is also National Tempura Day. Wait a minute, I just said that. No, excuse me. I messed that up, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I did. I messed that up. Okay. All right. That was... Yeah, I messed it up. That was the one we just toasted. Maybe I have had enough. We have not gotten to the bottom. We really haven't. Yeah, I know. I messed up. I messed up big time. But that's what makes this live stream so exciting. That's what I like about live streaming. It's just, you never know what's going to happen next. Okay. Let's try it again. Take two. Oh, where's my... Here it is. I keep it nearby. Take two. All right, so tomorrow is National... I need the drum roll again. Where's my drum roll? Here it is. All right, January 7th is National Bobblehead Day. That's right, National Bobblehead Day. Now, yeah, I know, made a big to-do over nothing, right? National Bobblehead Day. You know, I thought about making a bobblehead of Drink with Rick, or Drink with Rick bobblehead. It's just, yeah. I don't know that anybody would buy one. I probably wouldn't even buy one. It's okay. Here's the National Bobblehead Day. I'll drink to that. I kind of am a living bobblehead, you know. Yeah, I know. That's what I need the more cowbell for. So, yeah. All right, so I think that does it for the national days. Anyway, this is what we're drinking. We're drinking the Rare Earth. Oof, boy. We're drinking the Rare Earth Cabernet Sauvignon. This is a 2021. It is made with organic grapes. There is 12% ABV in this bottle of wine. I'm wondering if it might be just a little bit more than that. Maybe it's just because I haven't had much wine this week. I don't know. What can I say? Okay, so anyway, yeah. So, yeah, that does it for the national days. It does. And I hope you're having a safe trip home. Let me check the chats here, see who's in the chat, see what's going on. Besides the spammer here who says he's sorry for bothering me. So if you're sorry, this is the thing. If the spammer is sorry for bothering me, why is he bothering me? If he's bothering me, and he says, yeah, he must not be sincere about being sorry for bothering me, right? Yeah. I acknowledge the spammers. Here's the thing. Most people will just sit there and cut the spammers out. The mods will get the spammers out of there. But I point them out because I have some fun with these people. Here's a spammer who wants to promote my channel. Right. So, yeah. Sorry for bothering me. I've seen spammers come in here before, and they all start off that line. Sorry for bothering you, but I want to sell you something. I want to spam you. I want to spam your channel, your live stream while you're streaming and disrupt your stream with my spammy spam. And these are people you do not want to do business with. These are the last people that you want to do business with. If this is actually a person, it might be a bot. A lot of bots out there. But I call them out. And we have read some of these on the show. I call them out because, I do. Because they drive me nuts. So I call them out for what they are. This happens a lot in podcasting. We get, and I've talked about this before, but we, on one of the channels, and particularly one of the channels, and I do want to give a shout out to all those folks who are watching on some of the podcast channels. They're watching live, and as a matter of fact, I think, yeah. So there are a couple podcast channels that I do stream on live that allow me to do that, and I will get hit with, and all of us will, all the podcasters that post on that channel or on that group, that podcast group, and we'll get hit constantly with these promoters, these podcast promoters that and they always start off with, I am professional not I am a professional podcast promoter. I am professional podcast promoter. They always start with that. I am professional podcast promoter, and I'll promote your podcast on iTunes and all this other stuff. And it's one of my pet peeves. It drives me nuts every time somebody hits me with one of those things on those Facebook groups. And they probably know it too. They probably sometimes maybe they just do it just to bug me. I don't know. And others like me. It doesn't get you any business. Nobody's going to. You start irritating the podcasters, you're not going to get their business. You're just going to irritate them, and then to get banned from that group. So it really. I don't want to go into that now, but there's a lot of that stuff that happens. Pet peeves. Okay, well, let's not go into pet peeves now. Let's keep this positive, folks. Let's keep this positive. The last show of the season. Let's keep it positive. All right, so this is what's going on next. What's on next on the agenda here? Oh yeah, National Days. We did that. Okay. Oh yeah. I had heard the big news this week. Well, there's a lot of big news this week. None of it's good, really. But there is one thing that does sadden me in the news, and that is the passing of David Soul. And if you don't know who David Soul was, and because I was from that that era, from that generation. David Soul was an actor. He was a singer. He had a lot of different talents. But one of the things that he's most notable for, most notable for two things. One of those things was he had had a few hits back in the early '80s, and one in particular that was a really big hit was called "Don't Give Up on Us." That was a real big hit, and he was known for some singing, I guess some songwriting, that sort of thing. But his really big claim to fame was playing Ken Hutch Hutchinson in the original Starsky and Hutch television series. He was Hutch on Starsky and Hutch. Paul Michael Glazier played Starsky, and then David Soul played Hutch. If you recall that TV show, I'm not talking about the movie, the movie that came out later. Actually, I did a cameo in the movie as well. But if you recall the TV show, Starsky and Hutch, classic show, I used to watch it. It was a lot of fun. And, it was one of those buddy cop movies back in the 80s. And I think in a way it kind of set the bar for a lot of buddy cop movies and TV shows, I should say. It was a buddy cop TV show. It set the bar for a lot of buddy cop TV movies, TV shows and movies. Let me put this aside. Give that a break for a minute. The wine, that is. Let's keep my head clear for this. Okay, so this did set the bar for a lot of the buddy cop TV shows and the movies for back in the day, in the 80s and the 90s, and what came afterwards. So it was kind of like, you think of Miami Vice, and you think of some of these other shows that were buddy cop shows, and then you just think of the movies, like the buddy cop movies like Rush Hour, and oh wow, we could go on and on about that. But the thing is that this was one of the shows that really kind of put all that in motion. And okay, I know there were shows before that, back in the 50s and the 60s and stuff, like Car 54, Where Are You, and things like that. I know, I've seen those two, it's not the first buddy cop show there ever was. Obviously there were others. But this one really kind of set the tone for a lot of the ones that came after that, in my opinion. So Starsky and Hutch ran for, I think, 4 seasons, maybe 5. And I used to watch it a lot. And it was also really notable for the what they called the tomato. The tomato, you know what the tomato was? Who knows what the tomato was? Anybody can guess what the tomato was on Starsky and Hutch? What was the tomato? The tomato was... The tomato was the reference to the car, the Gran Torino, the car that they had. It was because it was red and it had this white stripe that went up there, so they called it the red tomato. So anyway, and a lot of people liked that car. I mean, it was a very popular show, but it was one of those things where you kind of back in the day, a lot of people said, "Oh man, I want one of those red Gran Torinos. I want one of those cars." So let me see. What does Google have here on David Soul? They've got a lot of stuff on Starsky and Hutch. A lot of people are doing send-ups. I think there are a lot of send-ups going on with Starsky and Hutch. Wow, I just turned it up. I just did a search for Starsky and Hutch and just turned up a whole lot of stuff. Paul Michael Glazier on David Soul, Antonio Fargas, Bernie Hamilton. Antonio Fargas played Huggy Bear on the show. He was like the informer, the street informer. And Bernie Hamilton, who played their sergeant, their boss on the show. So yeah, that was like, there's a lot of send-ups going on, just basically for Starsky and Hutch. Anyway, I digress. Paul Michael Glaser played Starsky, and David Soul played Hutch, and David Soul passed away later this week. I was sad to hear that because I kind of liked him. I'm not really a celebrity hound per se, but he was one of those actors that I kind of like to watch and perform and that sort of thing. And he was a good singer too. He could sing. So to honor David Soul, in honor of David Soul, to pay respects to him, I'm going to show a short film that we made that was a send-up of Starsky and Hutch. Because, like I said, it was a fun show, and I used to watch it a lot. And because I used to watch it, we liked it. I did a little spoof on Starsky and Hutch called Starchy and Crutch. And it was back in 1979, I think is when I did, or 1980. It was about the last year that Starsky and Hutch aired on TV. And I did a very short little send up for it because I liked the show, and my buddy Jim happened to have he didn't have a Torino, but he had a Charger, a red Charger. So we had some fun with this. Let me see if I can pull that up here, and we're going to play, for those listening to the podcast, bear with us here. The audio probably still works on that. But let me find the Starsky and Hutch. I thought I had it queued up here. There it is. There's Starsky and Hutch. Let's go ahead and play Starchy and Crutch. On the next exciting episode of Starchy and Crutch. Don't miss the next exciting episode of Starchy and Crutch, tonight on SAV. That was Starchy and Crutch. That was our satire on Starsky and Hutch. And I really enjoy that show. Anyway, here's to David Soul, or the memory of David Soul. There's a toast to David Soul. All right, well, yeah, I'm sad to hear of his passing. He was 80, I think he was 80 years old. He was 80 or 81, something like that. I might be incorrect on that, but I think he was 80 years old. You in the chat, if you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I know he was getting up there, and I know in the later years he was not getting around too good, as I recall. I saw like a documentary or something, and they used to get together. Paul Michael Glaser and David Soul would get together sometimes and do these documentaries or reunion kind of things. So they talk about the interviews, or they talk about their time together doing Starsky and Hutch. And I remember that he was not getting around too good in the latter years. So, anyway, what else we got here? Okay, so this is what's going on right now. I've got a break I'm going to take here. This is the last episode of season 5, episode 235, and I've done typically the last 4 seasons, the first 4 seasons. I was doing 50 shows a year. It's been getting a lot. It's been wearing on my health quite a bit because I love doing the show. It's a lot of fun, It's just that every once in a while it's nice to have a break. And yeah, all this drinking and all this eating and drinking kind of wears on me around the middle too. And I'm trying to get myself back into shape. I want to get myself back, to where I need to be as far as energy is concerned, as far as as far as my health is concerned, and I just want to be more careful about that going forward. It's kind of like my New Year's resolution. So to do that, I'm going to need to take a little bit of a break because this isn't helping. Eating and drinking every week, this isn't helping a lot. So I'm going to take a little bit of break from that. And I traditionally do this every year around pretty close to this time. Usually I take the season break is usually the end of February or the beginning of March, and then picks up again in May. But this year I'm ending it a little bit earlier because I want to take care of some health things, and also because I have a couple other projects going on, and I have some things I have to do that require some time away from this that I'm going to need to concentrate on. And in order to do that, I have to take a little bit of a break. So that's what we're doing. I'm planning to come back, season 6. I'm planning to come back with more. But I can't do 50 episodes a year anymore. So that's why I'm going to be cutting back to doing. And the reason I'm telling you this is because you're part of the show. You're part of the show. It's not just about me. You're part of it. So you need to be in the loop. And because of that, I'm going to be doing just cutting back on the number of shows that I do for each season. So, like say season 6, I'm only planning to do about 30 or so episodes. And just kind of take it a little bit easier and kind of not be so tough on my health, on myself physically, to do that. Also cut back on the wine a little bit because it's good in moderation, but if I'm doing this every single week, that's not so good, all the time. So I've got to give it a little bit of a rest, give it a little bit of a break, and give myself a chance to regenerate, give my liver a chance to regenerate. So there you go. And trust me, I'm not I'm not planning to go anywhere as far as that's concerned. I'm not going away, and I'm not ending the show so much. It's just kind of a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a season break. We're coming back with season 6. In the meantime, I'm going to be busy. I'm not going to be just sitting around, just laying around the house doing nothing. I'm going to be doing a lot of other things. I've got some other projects. I've got another project in the works that I want to start working up. I've got some changes that are going to be made, a lot of different changes to the studio. Also, and this is really important, I want to really up my game here on the stream for season 6. I want to add a lot of elements, a lot of new elements, and do some more fun things that's going to be more entertaining and more, more compelling. For you to be involved with and to watch, if you want to just watch passively, and maybe try some new things. I want to try a lot of different new things. In order to do that, I have to have some time I have to have a little bit of downtime to kind of retool the studio, add this and that, and make some changes and that sort of thing. So this isn't all about just me shutting down for a while. This is about me preparing for the next big thing that's coming for Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Winestream. So get ready for that. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. So there you go. I just want to let you know about that because, like I said, you're part of this show and you need to know. I wanted to go over some highlights for what we did this past year, but I don't know that's really needed. You can go back and watch some of the old episodes, the previous episodes. We did a lot of fun things this year. We did a lot of interesting things. Did a lot of new things, and one of the new things that we did is that I premiered. This was a big thing. I premiered my feature film, Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha. Now, as you may know, and if you've been watching the stream for any length of time, you know that in a previous life I was a Super 8 filmmaker. I made a lot of little films. And the last film that I made was a feature film. It was kind of like our swan song for Super 8. We made a feature film on Super 8 called Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha. And the movie, it sounds like it's science fiction, but it's really not about science fiction. It's really about some guys making a science fiction film on Super 8. So it's a Super 8 film about some guys making a Super 8 film. That's what the movie's really about, and how they went about doing it. And it's a comedy. It is a comedy, so feel free to laugh. But I've shown it. I showed it in its entirety in segments on the show. I premiered it. First of all, I kind of gave a sneak peek on the after show segments. We did a couple of after show segments after. I think it was middle of the season, and we did that a couple of times. But then I premiered it more or less officially in segments in its entirety on the episode. I think it was, I don't remember which episode it was now. It was around episode 229, 230, I think, something like that. Around, just before the holidays. Well, I'm excited to tell you. I'm happy to tell you, and I'm excited to tell you that tonight I have ready the DVD version. Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha is officially being released on DVD. Now you might think, well, a DVD, that's passé, isn't it? Actually, not at all. There are a lot of reasons for people getting DVDs. They still sell DVDs. A lot of people still buy DVDs, and there are folks that still have DVD players, and there are reasons for that, very important reasons, and the very same reasons that, DVDs are kind of making a little bit of a comeback, but the very same reasons that vinyl is making a big comeback. And believe it or not, audio cassettes are making a bit of a comeback too. And now this is kind of a niche area, but they're making a comeback for a couple of reasons. We can talk about that a little bit. Let's go to the chats for a minute, because it's been a while since I've come in. Ed says, sorry, I made it. So Ed says, home safe to driveway. Did he play a character named Rick in a TV version of Casablanca? I think you're referring. I think you're referring to Humphrey Bogart, right? Ed says Charmin Carruthers played Sam down in Casablanca. Yeah. Let's see. Scatman. Yeah, Charmin. It was Charmin Carruthers. It was Scatman Carruthers. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Let me go to the. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. Kind of missed the chats there for a minute. Let's go. I'm still looking at the spammer in the chat on Twitch. All right. Let me see. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Okay. So, where was I? Oh yeah. Stream of consciousness going again. So, yeah, time for more wine. There you go. All right, so anyway, Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha. All right, so we made this film in 1992. Well, actually, it was officially released in 1992. It took us about 5 or 6 years to shoot this thing. And we started about 1986. And we ended up in 1992. It took us that long to make the film, back from script to screen. It was written by my friend Jim Chamberlain and myself. We wrote the script together. As a matter of fact, I got the script over there in the corner there, and we co-produced it. And the way it worked was that Jim, we kind of divvied up the what we were going to do here. Jim was going to direct. Jim would be directing the film. Although I did serve as director of photography on certain scenes, that I was not in, because I was in the movie. I started in the movie, but in certain scenes that I was not in, I would take over some of the director of photography and some of the camera shots in there. But for the most part, Jim was the director, and he was also the director of photography. And then the way we divvied up the tasks was that he would do that, and then I would serve as the editor. And this is how we worked basically on a lot of our films, we always worked pretty well together in making the films that we collaborated on. It's like, well, one of us would take turns, one of us would direct the film, and then somebody else would edit, because the director and the editor, they both have a huge influence and a huge say into how the film ends up, what it looks like in the end, and the pacing in the end, and that sort of thing. So the editor has a lot of creative control, just like the director does. So the way it worked here is that he would direct the film, and then I would edit the film, and that way we could sort of share that creative process. And it worked really well. It worked really well for both of us, and we generally always worked well together in making the films. We basically shared much of the same vision for the films that we made. So I think it turned out, in the end, I think it turned out to be a really good project for us. But the film itself took 6 years to make, and then when we finished it, we showed it one time and to the film club, and it was basically a love letter to Super 8, and it was basically, we were just sort of making good fun, poking a little good fun at ourselves and at the local film club, and it was well received, and our intention was to enter it into film festivals at the time, but that didn't happen. Life got in the way. We all got married and had kids, and yada yada, so on and so forth. And so we wound up shelving the film for 31 years. And just this past year, last year or two, I told him, I promised Jim that I was going to go ahead and digitize this, convert it to digital, so we could preserve the film. And then I spent some time after that conversion process was done. I spent some time, about better part of a year or so, in my spare time, doing some restoration on the film, and a lot of audio work and some video work, some work on the visuals. It was not perfect, but we have to release it sometime. So anyway, that's what we did, and then the DVD version of this is going out this week, and I want to give away some copies of this, Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha, to anyone who would like a copy, who's in the chat right now, anyone who would like a copy of this. And as a matter of fact, Ed says, whoa, I play DVDs. Well, I'm glad you do. DVD version of David S. as Rick. Okay. I'm going to, Ed, I'm going to send you a copy of this. It was already planned, but I'm going to go ahead and send you a copy of this. I'm going to send it to you along with the weather radio that you won a couple weeks ago. But I'm going to send you a copy of Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha on DVD, the DVD version of it. And some of that stuff's being finalized that we're doing here, but you'll get a copy of Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha on DVD. And anyone else in the chat who would like a copy of it, send me an email tonight, only live in the chat. If you'd like a DVD copy of it, send me an email, rick@savoyamedia.com, rick@savoyamedia.com, with a valid shipping address, and I'll send you a copy of. You'll get an exclusive copy of Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha. Absolutely free. I'll just send it out to you. Now, one caveat to that is you need to live in the United States because I can't ship it outside the country right now. And this is a Region 1. That's the other thing. This is a Region 1 DVD, which means that it's for the United States, so it won't play in other countries. It's for the U.S. So a Region 1 DVD, if you are in the United States, then I can send you a copy of it. If you're outside the U.S., unfortunately, that DVD probably won't play in your country or in your region. But if you are in the United States, it will, and I can send that out to you. So just do that. And I wanted to give away a couple of books too, but we can do that next time. All right, so we've got. Let's see. What else we got going on here in chat? It's kind of quiet tonight. It really is. Except for the spammers. The spammers are in the chat. Thank you, spammers. All right, so that's what I've got here. You know what I can do is just to let you know, as far as Space Apes, I can play. I've got that queued up, don't I? Let me play the preview. The movie. We made a movie trailer for Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha. I did have that on the. I did have that in my show notes to play here. So let me go ahead real quick, and I will play the official movie trailer for Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha. If I can find out what I did with this thing. There it is. All right, let's play Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha. Here it is, the official movie trailer. Here it is for Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha.
In 1992, two amateur filmmakers created a movie and showed it to their local film club. Now, after 31 years, it's being shown to the world.
I like it. Yeah, really neat. And remember, we want this to look really professional. We're gonna need some ape suits.
Rick Savoya.
You guys really think I look like a space ape?
Jack Marsh.
Only Captain Filmmaker were here.
Brendan Nelson.
It's Carpet Fuzz.
Tom Williams.
Take a look at this, Captain. Planet is coming into view.
And Jerry Butlin as Bernard.
Hi, I'm Bernard.
Who's Bernard?
Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha, produced entirely on Super 8mm film.
This is pretty neat.
Hey, yeah. This is where you guys get to show off your creative talents. Okay, then you're gonna have to hurry up and learn your lines while we change the set.
Amber. Okay, took me a minute. Gotta come back in. Because today is National Cuddle Up Day. Today is National Cuddle Up Day, so in honor of National Cuddle Up Day, I thought I'd cuddle up with the dog. Amber, come here. Is she here? Come on, Amber. It's not something I normally do, but come on. You want up? Come on. Up? You want up? Come on. Come on. You can get up. It's all right. You want up? Come on. Oh, there you go. Come on. You get up. Come on. You're on TV. Come on. It's up. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Come on. You want up? She wants to cuddle. All right. There she is. There's Amber. Amber, our Cavapoo. Yeah, this is looking sweet as ever. So, why don't you want up? Okay, you can get up. Come on. Come on. Here you go. All right, come on. Come on. You're on live. You're on live. You're on live. She wants. All right. All right. You're good, doggy. So anyway, that's I think that's just about got it for our show tonight. Because Amber's here, so I think we're gonna end the show now, right? You're the showstopper. Come on, you want up? All right. Normally she just jumps right up in my lap. She doesn't even have to be prompted. So we're a little nervous tonight. All right. So anything else going on tonight? Any other? Now she wants out the room. Normally she can't wait to get into the studio because she's she loves to be over here. Now she can't wait to get out. Amber, come here. All right, come on. All right. So yes, Amber the dog. It's Cuddle Up Day. It's National Cuddle Up Day. You want to cuddle up? Come on. Come on. You want? Okay. You can get up. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. So, anyway, this kind of ends season 5 of the Saturday Night Wine Stream, and season 6 will begin in May, the first weekend in May, as the plan. And I just want to thank everybody here for being with me tonight. And Amber, I want to thank Amber for showing up here. Yeah, for being here. All right. And I want to thank my good friend Ed and everyone who is watching me on Twitch and Odyssey and YouTube and Kick as well. Thank you for being here tonight. Fansly1. Fansly1 is in the chat on Kick, by the way. Fansly1 wants to know, are you affiliated with any of these wines? Like this one? And by the way, this is what we're drinking tonight. It's called Rare Earth. Rare Earth, it's Cabernet Sauvignon from California, made with organic grapes. This is a 2021 wine. And this is, 12% ABV. And I'm feeling every bit of this 12% right now. Because as I always like to say, you can't really tell what a wine is really like until you get down into the bottle. And I'm on the wrong camera here. There we go. Until you get down into the bottle. See, that's what live streaming is. It's all live. I haven't gotten halfway down into it. It's not even quite halfway down into the bottle, but it's okay. So to answer your question, Fansly1, Fansly? Is it Fansly or Fansly? I don't know. Fansly? To answer your question, no, I am not affiliated with any of these wines. Drink with Rick is a show about, that's somewhat about the wine, but it's mostly about everybody just getting together and having a good time. And I am not a sommelier. Once again, I am not a wine professional, so to speak. I am an everyman that likes to drink wine, as 99.99% of us are. And I'm not putting down the sommeliers and the wine professionals, the wine snobs, if you will. Notice I don't hold it with my finger up and like this. I just hold it. Most of us are not like that. We just know what we like and what we don't like, and we just want some honest reviews from other people that are the same way, that just like wine. We know what we like, we know what we don't like, we know what we recommend. I have found, and not, once again, not knocking in the professionals, the sommeliers. They train their palates. They go decades and decades training their palates for every little nuance of every wine. And that's fine. But you know what? I'm not necessarily interested in every nuance of every single wine. I know what's in this one. I can taste what I can detect in this one, which in this particular wine, this Rare Earth, I'm getting some cherry. I'm getting a little bit of raspberry, getting a little hint of blackberry, some oak, and there's some tannin in this wine. It's a fairly bold wine. This is a dry wine, Cabernet. A lot of Cabernets generally are. But I'm not hung up on all that stuff. What I want is I want a wine that's going to go good with, say, the burgers, the cheese that we had tonight, any desserts that we had. I want stuff that I can pair with. I want to know what's going to pair well with a meal. What's something that a party that someone at a party would say, hey, can you bring a wine to a party? Sure. This is something that folks at the party might like. Everyone's palate's different. Everyone has a different taste in wine. And even the sommeliers, even the wine professionals, they have their own preferences, their own tastes. Yeah, I know I'm on this camera now. Yeah. I know. So, anyway, that's what the show is about. It's about just regular people and what regular people like and what they don't like or what they would recommend to other regular people. Because, you know what? I have talked to people who are wine professionals that say, wow, this is a great wine. And I bought a bottle and I opened it up and I didn't like it. Then again, there were some other wine professionals that would say, oh yes, this is a terrible wine and this is no good. I bought a bottle. I bring it home, I try it out, it goes great with my burger or with my steak or with my salad. And I'm fine with it, and I go out and I buy like 3 or 4 more bottles of it. I'm just saying, it's in the eye of the beholder is what it comes down to. Everyone's taste in wine is different. And I've had folks that recommended wines to me that I really, really enjoyed. I have had others that recommended wines to me that they really liked that I didn't particularly care for. Doesn't mean they're bad wines. It just means that it's just not to my taste, my personal taste. And everyone's pretty much like that. So there you go. So no, I'm not affiliated with any of these wines. I'm not a shill for any of these wineries. I'm not selling wines for any company. In fact, I don't have none of them are sponsoring me. I don't think any of them think highly enough of me to sponsor me. It's okay, because that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm having a good time. I'm learning a lot of things about wine and about wine streaming and about live streaming in general. And I'm just having a good time with all my friends here. I've been having a good time with you. And I get to go away stuff. I get to do stuff. By the way, Fansley, it's Fansley, right? Do you have a copy of this? You have a copy of the Drink with Rick official wine tasting notebook? If you don't, they sell for $8.99 on Amazon, but if you don't have a copy of this, drop your email address, send it to rick@savoymedia.com, and I'll send you a copy free. And I don't do anything with your address. Give me a valid shipping address, I should say. Put a valid shipping address in that email to me, to this email address, rick@savoymedia.com, and I will get a copy to you absolutely free. It's just for fun. No, there's no promotion in it or anything like that. It's just I just like to give away stuff on the show. So you have 7 days to do it, because after that point, then I'm on hiatus here. I'm on season break, so won't be back till May, the first weekend in May. So it may not be available to ship stuff out to anybody. If you're in the U.S., please send your valid shipping address to me. I can only ship right now to U.S. addresses. All right, I think that pretty much does it, right, for tonight's show. Ed says, stick a copy in with my previous winnings. Yes, I will absolutely do that. And to everyone else watching, we've had folks watching all across, but everyone's just kind of watching passively. That's okay. But look, you can like and subscribe and follow me in all these venues, and that helps support the show. All right, that does it for tonight's show. Once again, this is what we're drinking, the Rare Earth. I'll give you my final review on it. The Rare Earth Cabernet Sauvignon 2021 vintage, made with organic grapes, 12% ABV. And as I mentioned before, it is, let me go back to that website for just a moment. Their website, according to their website, it is 76% cab, 14% proprietary red, whatever's in that proprietary red, and 10% French Colombard. So that's what makes up. Does that add up to 100%? Yes, I think it does. Yeah, it does. So that's what we've got going on there. And it is, as I said before, the cherry, mixing up my red fruits here. Cherry, raspberry, maybe a little. It's starting to come out with I'm on the wrong camera. Starting to come out with a little hint of blackberry there. Yeah, I was on the wrong camera. Yeah, this is what we had to pair it with. It went well with everything here on the plate. It went well with all of that. It's some medium to medium tannin, and maybe a little bit stronger tannins there. Kind of full-bodied wine. Well, it's kind of medium to full-bodied wine, and it is fairly bold wine, fairly bold. But it's pretty decent. I like it. I'd say that I don't know that I would buy a lot of this wine to drink by itself. It's not something I would recommend drinking on its own. For me, per se, I wouldn't drink it on its own, as I'm doing right now, because it's part of the show. But I would drink it to pair with some foods, and like I said, it went well with the cheese, it went well with the burgers. I think this would go pretty well with a steak, maybe a New York strip. I think it would go fine with that. It's okay. I would say I'd give it 3.5 stars. Maybe 3.8. Maybe 3.8. Okay, it's not bad. But it does seem like it has a higher alcohol content than 12%. It seems like it's more of a 13 or 14% ABV. It says 12, and on their website they say 11.5%. I don't know what vintage they're talking about there, but there's the 2021 vintage. It seems considerably. And you know what? I'm looking right at this. I'm looking right at this right now, and I'm getting some tears on this thing. I'm getting some tears, so might be a little more alcohol in it than they're saying, than they're letting on. But it's a decent wine, and I like cabs. I like this one. But once again, I don't think I'd drink it by itself. I'd have it with the food. That's my final review of the wine. All right, so anyway, that's what we got going on. Ed says you could pitch two-way radios if you want. Also not really a promotion. I could. Yeah. I could, but not tonight. It's okay. I appreciate it. Okay, so anyway, that's our show for tonight. I want to thank Ed for being in the chat, and on Kick, I'd like to thank Fancy One for being in the chat as well, and everyone who joined me and who was watching on all these other venues, including Twitch, who did not get into the chat, and also on YouTube. Folks watching on YouTube, I do appreciate each and every one of you. I do have one more celebrity to bring out here before we close the show, and I think you know who it is. It is none other than Roadkill Bill. Yeah, that's right. Roadkill Bill has a very important message for all of us. Right, Bill? Yeah. Do not drink and drive. Please drink in the comfort of your home, your apartment, your hotel room, your office, whatever you are. Well, if you're drinking in your office, you might be drinking on the job, so that's not a good thing either. Wherever you are, do not drink and drive. If you have to go somewhere, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a friend, call a cab, Call a friend who hasn't been drinking, who has a valid driver's license, and who can drive you home safely. Otherwise, just stay put. Think about others as well as yourself on the road. And those who know me for a while know why I say this. I'm not going to get into it now, but I just want to say, please do not drink and drive. Don't text and drive either, because it's also very, very dangerous. Because I want you to have a great week, but most of all, I want you to have a safe week. So you can join us here next time on the Saturday Night Winestream, and we can all get together and drink with Rick. Good night.